Angel Reese following you around, pointing to her ring finger and taunting you?
Honestly, I have no idea. I was just trying to get to the handshake line and shake hands and, you know, be grateful that my team was in that position. That's all you can do is, hold your head high, be proud of what you did, and, all the credit in the world to LSU. They were tremendous.
I'm a dog. You can't teach that. I'm going to go out and do whatever it takes to win, and every single night, my teammates rely on my energy. So being able to continue the energy, even if we're down, even if we're up, that's what I do.
It was a career night for you, the best performance you've ever had in the WNBA so far. What does that mean to you?
I try to give myself some grace. I'm really hard on myself. I mean, I'm happy we won, and I'm so happy.
You won't believe what just happened to Joni Carrington and Marina Mabrey. The tables have completely turned on these two basketball stars. Remember all those times they've been dishing it out on the court? Well, looks like someone finally served it right back to them. Ever heard of karma coming back full circle? Well, buckle up, because what happened on this basketball court wasn't just any ordinary foul. It was sweet justice being served on a silver platter. Picture this: Caitlin Clark, the rookie. Everyone's been talking about his barely 990s into a playoff game between the Fever and Sun out of nowhere dig. Carrington's hand meets Clark's face in a moment that made everyone watching WIS. We're talking an eye poke that sent the basketball, the eye poke sensation, straight to the floor. And trust me, this wasn't your typical basketball contact. Now here's where it gets wild. Instead of showing any concern, Carrington and her teammate Marina Mabrey turned it into their own little comedy show. Can you believe it? They're actually laughing while Clark's down there hurting. But wait, the story gets even better, or worse depending on whose side you're on. Weeks later, Carrington decides to go on Instagram Live with her girlfriend Alyssa Smith. And guess what she does? She actually reenacts the whole I poke incident like it's some kind of joke. Oh, I'm sorry you poked me in the ass. Now, if you're a Caitlin Clark fan, this probably made your blood boil. It wasn't just about the eye poke anymore, it showed. The whole thing was intentional, and just when you thought it couldn't get more dramatic, here comes Marina Mabrey in Game 2, delivering another blow to Clark's face during what was supposed to be a block attempt. The footage is shocking. Even the commentators couldn't hold back their disbelief. Basketball fans everywhere were losing it on social media, pointing out how this would have been an instant flagrant foul in the NBA. But here's where it gets good. Karma finally caught up in Game 2 of the semi-finals. Carrington's charging toward the basket, probably feeling pretty karma confident, until Kayla McBride steps in. McBride delivers. There's a hard foul on Carrington, sending her straight to the floor. Let's take a closer look at that moment. Carrington takes it all the way. Boom, the arena went dead silent. You could have heard a pin drop as Carrington hit the floor. Remember that player who was laughing about poking Caitlin Clark in the eye? Yes, she wasn't laughing anymore. Talk about a taste of your own medicine. But hold on to your seats, because this story is just getting juicy. Marina May, Carrington's partner in crime from the iPook drama. Well, karma wasn't done dishing out lessons. Just minutes later, bam, McBride's elbow catches her right in the face. Ma, who was so quick to laugh at Clark's pain before, is now the one taking her sweet time getting up from the floor. The crowd, they couldn't help but smirk. It's like watching instant karma in HD. Just when you thought the karma train was done making its stops. Note, Marina Ma's day of reckoning wasn't over yet. Remember how they say bad things come in threes? Well, Mabrey was about to find that out the hard way. Enter Chindy Carter from the Chicago Sky. And let me tell you, she does exactly play with kid gloves. When these two cross paths, Carter didn't just bring the heat, she brought the whole kitchen. One swift move later, and guess who's getting familiar with the floor again? Yep, our friend May. Talk about a full circle moment from laughing at others' pain to getting a triple dose of karma. Ma goes down again, Caitlin. And this time she's not bouncing back up so quick. While Carter got hit with a flagrant foul, Caitlin Clark fans everywhere were probably reaching for their popcorn. Sweet, sweet karma was serving up another, helping remember how MA walked away scot-free after that cheap shot on Clark. Well, looks like the basketball universe has a long memory and perfect timing. You know what they say, payback doesn't have an expiration date. Here's the thing, folks, basketball isn't just about making shots and winning games. Sometimes it's about those perfect moments when justice finally catches up. Sure, Caitlin Clark might have been done for the season, but her presence, it was still being felt across every court. And to think Carrington and Ma probably thought they'd gotten away with their little stunts, and now let me tell you another big news. Caitlin Clark is going to play an unrivaled. Guys, we might have had it all wrong about Caitlin Clark this whole time. Could she actually be joining Unrivaled? Hold up, this story just keeps getting crazier. I thought we were months away from even hearing about Unrivaled again. But in the last 48 hours, we got so much news that I'm starting to wonder is C. Clark actually going to play Let's Dive In, because some big names are joining this new league in it. Might just tip the scales for Caitlyn have announced. Lexi Hall, Kate Martin, and Aaliyah Boston. And here's what's got everyone talking. These are some of Caitlyn's close friends. Lexi and Aaliyah play a huge role on their team, the Indiana Fever, seeing them join Unrivaled. Could mean Caitlyn's. Seriously, considering it too, I mean, if your best friends are signing up, wouldn't you be tempted? Could this actually be Caitlyn's next move? And then just yesterday, Nafisa Collier, who co-founded Unrivaled, made a big announcement. They're expanding from 30 to 36. Players, 6 more spots just opened up. Coincidence? Or is this extra room a little hint that they're holding space for someone special, maybe even Caitlyn? I can't help Unrivaled. But wonder, are they setting the stage for her? There's definitely more to this story than meets the eye. Now here's where things get interesting. Alex Basil, the president of Unrivaled, and Nafisa Collier's husband, just dropped a major hint about the league's plans. What did he reveal about Caitlyn Clark's potential role? Let's dive in. He said, we're always going to have a roster spot for Caitlyn Clark. We are not applying a full court press the way people think. We are letting her decompress from basketball. She knows that we have a spot for her. When she's ready, it sounds like he's trying to quiet the media frenzy a bit. After all, with all the buzz about Unrivaled going all out to recruit Caitlyn Clark, even comparing it to a full court press, it seemed like they were almost desperate to bring her on board, sparking non-stop talk of intense negotiations. But here's where it gets even juicier. There's now a conflicting report from Sports Business Journal. They're hinting at some new details about a possible deal with Caitlyn that could change everything. 3-on-3 League offered Caitlyn Clark significant equity in the league and a salary that is over $1 million. This is the first time we're hearing actual numbers being thrown at Caitlyn Clark. We knew Unrivaled was ready to make a massive deal, something close to the setup Messi got, but now there's talk that they're offering Caitlyn millions, yes millions, to play for just under 3 months. And while these are still just rumors as swirling around, there's another twist. An unconfirmed report says the Indiana Fever aren't thrilled about Caitlyn joining Unrivaled. And it makes sense. She's their star, their golden asset. And any kind of off-season play, whether it's overseas or even just pickup games, carries that injury risk. The Fever want to keep her safe, but they can't match that kind of money right now, and neither can the WNBA. So while Unrivaled could give her a short-term payday that outshines the WNBA, the league knows Caitlyn needs the WNBA as her long-term anchor. Still, the whispers continue. The Fever might actually prefer she doesn't join Unrivaled. Why? That's the big question. If Caitlyn and Aaliyah play together, and maybe Kate, what if all of these women are on the same team in Unrivaled? During the off, this actually give Caitlyn's team a hidden advantage. Imagine a few top players linking up and Unrivaled playing together in a structured, more intense setting than any casual off-season pickup game. Could that extra chemistry carry over into their WNBA season, giving them an edge? And how will the 3-on-3 full court style of Unrivaled translate back to regular play? All these questions make Caitlyn's decision even riskier. It's a fresh league still finding its footing with injury risks and unknowns all around, and yet I can't help but feel Caitlyn's leaning toward it. She's got that relentless drive, the mom mentality, taking a full offseason away from the court. That just doesn't sound like Caitlyn. Sure, she's joked about going pro in golf, but let's be real, basketball's her world. Maybe this itch for competition is pulling her right into Unrivaled orbit. Now Lexi's playing who's one of her good friends. Now Louis playing who's one of her good friends. Now Kate's playing who's been one of her good friends. Now picture this: Caitlyn linking up with friends in Miami, playing the game she loves, and making serious money. While she's at it, she's competitive by nature, so you know she's going to bring her game on that court. But here's the twist: Caitlyn and Nafisa Collier, a co-founder of Unrivaled, actually share the same agent. Now that connection could make things really interesting. Think about it: having the same agent doesn't mean Caitlyn and Nafisa will make the same decisions, but it definitely opens a direct line of communication with Nafisa. So deeply invested in Unrivaled success, you have to wonder, would this family connection nudge Caitlyn towards saying yes to the league? Would it make negotiations smoother or maybe even sweeter financially? This whole scenario just raises more questions. Could Caitlyn's bond with Nafisa and their shared agent give her an inside edge? Could it mean she's offered even more money or an even better deal than she would otherwise get? These are the kind of behind-the-scenes details that make you wonder if Caitlyn's decision is about more than just basketball. It's almost like we're watching a mystery unfold in real time. And as more players are announcing whispers about Caitlyn's possible involvement keep popping up, there's this feeling that her joining Unrivaled is way more possible now than we might have thought a few weeks back. Some sources even say there's a 60-40 chance she'll play, which is huge if you think about how unlikely it seemed initially. But what about the risk? Caitlyn's a cornerstone for her WNBA team, the Indiana Fever. So committing to Unrivaled could be seen as a bold move. The Fever need her healthy, no question about it. And any off-season play comes with a risk of injury. But on the other side, if Unrivaled offers her millions for just a few months, can anyone really blame her for considering that this isn't just another pickup game? It's a high-stakes opportunity that might change the course of her career. So what do you guys think? Are we going to see Caitlyn make her Unrivaled debut? Would you want to see her take on this challenge? Let me know in the comments. I'm really curious to hear where you stand on this, because the stakes here are just getting higher by the day. So if Caitlin Clark does decide to join Unrivaled, it raises even more interesting possibilities. Imagine her not just playing alongside stars like Nifa CR, but facing off against other WNBA heavyweights who might also be tempted to join. Think about the intensity Caitlyn's competitive fire-up against the best of the best, and all in a league where everyone has something to prove with millions on the line. This isn't just off-season practice. It's a potential battle of ego, skill, and maybe even bragging rights. Then there's the fact that Unrivaled is bringing something fresh to the table. 3 on or full court games. How would that translate for Caitlyn? We know she thrives in high-intensity, fast-paced settings, but this format is a different beast. Could it be a chance for her to show off skills we haven't seen yet? Maybe even elevate her game to another level. It's almost like a training ground disguised as a competitive league, a perfect stage for Caitlyn to refine her moves, sharpen her instincts, and show the world why she's one of the biggest names in women's basketball today. And you have to think about how all this impacts the WNBA landscape too. If Caitlyn goes to Unrivaled, it might set off a chain reaction. Other players could follow, tempted by the chance to make serious money in a shorter time frame. Will we start seeing a rivalry between Unrivaled and the WNBA itself? Could this be the beginning of a shift where players look at Unrivaled as a way to supplement their WNBA salaries while keeping their names in the spotlight year-round? Let's not forget Caitlyn's decision is about more than just her career. It's about influencing the entire direction of women's basketball. If she joins Unrivaled, it sends a signal. It says that this new league is serious and that even the WNBA's brightest stars see it as a valuable opportunity. And with her connection to Nifa and the shared agent, there's an added layer of intrigue here.